ComputerWorld Canada held its Tech Insights event in Toronto where experts discussed the Linux-based cloud. IBM Canada Linux champion Jim Elliott describes Linux as the past, the present, and the future of cloud computing.
We started doing the .com space in the late 1990s. It was all Linux-based at that point because the people who were starting up all these .com organizations were doing it at a very low budget. So they were looking at something that was attractively priced, which Linux and open source became that. We certainly see it today, the examples being Google and Amazon, huge cloud environments that are all Linux-based. And for the future, we don't see that changing. If anything, you just got to look at the Linux market share. Over the last several years, Linux continues to grow market share. It's the only operating system that continues to grow market share every year. The real benefit is the platform portability, if you will, scalability. We have Linux runs on from everything from very small systems. I gave the example today of the Western Digital TV live box. You get these embedded boxes, or if you have a Linksys router at home, that's running Linux, all the way up to the biggest supercomputers in the world. So if you look at the top 500 supercomputers, well over half of those systems are running Linux. And so Linux is the only operating system that runs everywhere, and that's one of its great attractions in this virtualized cloud world. The three components of cloud computing, or the three bases for a successful cloud computing environment, are virtualization, standardization, and automation of the systems. Well, I mean, virtualization is what cloud computing is all about. You can't really do most cloud computing, again with the exception of the HPC world, without virtualization. It's all about making better use of the hardware resources you've got. As all the hardware vendors, Intel, IBM, the chip designers, AMD, make faster and faster and faster processors, you've got to virtualize to take advantage of that. A standardization part is these systems all have to interoperate. So we've learned in the IT business that doing proprietary technologies is not going to work. Systems have to interoperate, and to interoperate you've got to be based on real standards, not proprietary standards, pseudo-standards if you will, but real standards that the entire industry accepts. And finally, automation. These systems are getting so complex today that there is no way you can run these systems without automation. There's just not enough people left in the world to run these systems. When you look at Google with 1.5 million servers, you have to have automation to operate that, and everyone's systems are huge today. You know, it used to be a few years ago, 10 x86 servers would make a pretty good shop. Today, our larger shops here in Toronto have got 5,000 to 10,000 servers. Physically impossible to operate those systems without automation, and especially to keep the uptime that everybody needs.
The University of Toronto SciNet High Performance Computing Consortium runs scientific modeling computations.
SciNet is one of 7 HPC consortia of universities in Canada. We run the largest data center, academic data center in Canada. We provide cycles for everybody in academia. It's a research, our mandate is to provide cycles for research. Most of our systems are actually Linux-based. We have 2 large clusters. One is AIX-based, but the other is Linux-based. This machine is used by researchers across the country. They come in and they basically run their scientific modeling computations. We're not a virtual environment in the traditional sense, but we're able to provision any version of the operating system we want on our servers, so that the users can run their computations on a system that is adequate for their needs. They may require a particular software stack, they may require a particular version of Linux, and we're able to provide it on the fly. The machines reboot to their needs.
This has been Kathleen Lau with ComputerWorld Canada.